Howdy AdWords fans, and welcome back to this exciting chapter where we're going to talk about keyword research. So we left off a couple videos ago where we created our first text ad and we named our first ad group, and this was the screen we left off on. We decided to create our first ad group focusing on desk chairs because we had a basic overall idea how we wanted to structure this campaign. Jumping over here back to Poppin's website. We took a look at their website structure, how they have these top level categories and bottom level categories. And since we're going to become real advertising professionals, we're going to do this the right way and really get neat and very detailed campaigns and ad groups. So we had a campaign entitled Furniture, and we're going to have our first ad group being desk chairs. Now, we might have multiple ad groups for desk chairs based on the keyword research we do. That's an important thing to keep in mind. It's likely that we're going to decide there's a lot of different types of desk chairs. We might want to control and segment our ad groups out by match type, by action keyword. We'll see, but right now we just want to start getting a sense of which keywords should be in these desk chairs ad groups. And there's a number of important techniques and methods when keeping in mind keyword research. Let's take a look at what those are. So here we have the 5 primary ways that we do keyword research today. Number 1 is Google suggestions, and you might have seen a glimpse of that on the previous screen, but there's 2 different places to get Google's automatic suggestions. One is inside AdWords, and the other one is via Google search suggestions. We'll take a look at both of those in a minute. The second one is your website and your competitors' websites. We want to look for ideas in the menu structure, look for the product titles and descriptions, see if we could find some good keyword ideas to start from at the website level, and also, of course, competitor websites. And we'll take a look at these 2 elements first. And keep in mind, keywords are your customers' thoughts put into text. Every time someone does a search on Google, every time someone does a query, they're asking a question, and our keywords are basically telling Google, we have the answer to this question, we have the solution to this problem, we have what you're looking for. So that's really what keywords are doing, and keep that in mind when you come up with your keyword ideas. Jumping back over here, we want to start off with that first keyword research method, which is not really research, it's pretty easy. Google sets this up for us. And sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. You definitely don't want to go and click something like add all from this category 9 times out of 10. You want to kind of come through here and see what Google suggests. And how does Google know what to suggest? Because they're reading off the text and of our ads and our ad group name. So Google knows that we chose desk chairs as our ad group name. They know that we have some desk chairs text in our ad copy, so on and so forth, and they're probably also reading, analyzing the actual website URL we put into the display URL and final URL boxes, and that's poppin.com, and Google knows what poppin.com is all about. So they're giving us some ideas here. Now, the first category they offer us, if you could see, is office furniture. So if you look down this list, we're getting a lot of office furniture general queries, general keywords that we could add to our campaign. So we don't really want general office furniture keywords because we're going to have a separate ad group for general office furniture keywords. We want to twirl that back up, and we want to start looking at things that have categories that have chairs in them, because this is going to be specifically for chairs. So here I open up chairs cheap, and as expected, all these keywords are variations of chairs appended or prepended to the word cheap. And Poppin is not really cheap office chairs. We're not very high-end office chairs, but we don't want to really be focusing on cheap office chairs because we're in the $300 to $500 range. So it's not really what would be considered cheap. If you're not sure if it's cheap, the best way to figure that out is to Google office chairs and take a look at what the competitors are offering, and you'll see some of the lower office chairs are, $30, $40 a chair, things like that. And we really want to stay away from those searches. And in fact, cheap is going to be a great negative keyword idea, because we're not going to only be advertising as you know, as we've discussed, we're not going to only be advertising on exact match keywords. We're going to have some phrase match. We might have some broad match modified. We might even have a couple broad match keywords in there. So we definitely want to make sure we get some good negative keywords in there. And this is a perfect opportunity to add a negative keyword. And as we know, negative keywords are entered with a minus sign and then the keyword. So minus cheap, that will add this negative keyword. And it's a good trick to know that you could add positive and negative keywords in this dialog box at the same time. And negative and minus cheap will be turned into a negative keyword once we save this ad group. So that's a good thing to know. So when you're doing keyword research, you're looking for positive keyword ideas and negative keyword ideas. So we don't see anything here that we really want to add. So we'll twirl this back up and we'll open up chair sale. So office chairs for sale. See, that seems like a great keyword. Now we're going to enter that in, and when you click add, Google does not give you a match type by default. It gives you a broad match type, and that's good and bad because it's going to allow us to easily manipulate the match type later. So I'm not going to be worried about going in here and manually typing in phrases and brackets, although I could do that. And if I was just adding a couple keywords here in one shot, I probably would do that myself. But because this is really just the focus is getting ideas, we're just in the research stage. We haven't planned, we haven't organized our keywords yet. And those later stages is when we're going to really dive in and configure our match types and further organize the account. Once again, keep in mind, at this stage of keyword research, we just want an overall broad sense of everything that I would want under the canopy of desk chairs. And we're going to have different types of keywords representing different steps in the buyer's journey or in the sales funnel. So we might have certain keywords that are more awareness oriented. We might have certain keywords that are indicating someone's ready to buy right now. This office chairs for sale is a keyword which is past awareness. Somebody's indicating that they want it, that they're looking to buy it, and that would be closer to the bottom of the funnel. But we're going to put everything together now and we'll segment and organize later. So let's just get a sense of what's out there. So we added office chairs on sale. Office chair sale is a good one. Computer chairs for sale, and that's a great idea because we're not just selling office chairs. The same type of person looking for an office chair might be looking for a computer chair. So computer chairs for sale, desk chairs on sale. That's a good one. Okay, so let's twirl this back up. I got most of the ones I want. Ergonomic. Now I happen to know that Poppin sells ergonomic chairs, so I'm going to add a couple here. Ergonomic computer chair, ergonomic office chair. Ergonomic chair might be too broad because it might be representing a whole type of market for chairs that are not just office and desk chairs. Remember, Poppin, our company that we're advertising, is specifically selling office chairs that have an office aesthetic to them. Ergonomic chairs could be lounge chairs, could be recliners, could be lots of different things. It could be kitchen chairs. So we want to have that as, we want to leave that out. And in fact, ergonomic, if you thought of this, then that's awesome. But ergonomic chair exact match negative might be a really good idea. So we can get somebody looking for ergonomic office chair or ergonomic computer chair, but if it's just ergonomic chair, that might be too broad, at least to begin the campaign. Once time goes on, if we see that ergonomic chairs are really good, they're converting really well, then we might want to add ergonomic chair as a keyword, positive keyword as well. Ergonomic desk chair, computer chairs, and office chairs ergonomic. So that's the same keyword, just in a different order. So if we're using phrase match, we would want to have multiple orders if people are searching in those ways. And here we have executive. So we're starting to get some good ideas, right? We already got the idea of sale, ergonomic, executive. So I would add executive office chairs, executive desk chairs, office chair executive. Now, you might be asking yourself, why are we searching for executive office chairs when Poppin doesn't really sell executive chairs? They're more funky, colorful chairs like that. And I would say that that's a good point, and that's a fair point. And we'll see. We're going to refine this list later. We just want to get an overall sense of anything that might work. Leather chairs. So let's add leather chairs. Office. I'm going to go ahead and add all from this category. So if I click this button here, it adds all those chairs that have leather in them. modern desk. Let's see what's here. Modern desk chair. This is really good because Poppin's pretty modern stuff. Desk chair, modern office desk. And I'm going to add everything from this category as well because I like everything I see, except for here, modern desk and modern desks. So I'm going to add all, and then I'm going to find modern desk and modern desk, these two keywords, and add them as negatives. So now if anybody searches for modern desk or modern desks, we're going to get, we won't be eligible to show our ad. But what's the problem? Did anybody catch the issue? Well, I hope you're thinking that if I just leave it as a broad match negative, then if somebody searched for modern desk chairs, I will also not have the ability to show an ad. It won't trigger our keyword. So the solution is to make this a bracketed exact match negative. So I'm going to